Just a little disclaimer. Well, I filmed this voiceover like just as I woke up, so my voice is very deep and it's very raspy, and you probably wouldn't have noticed this if I didn't point it out. And now that's probably all you're going to be thinking about for the remainder of this video, but that's okay. Enjoy.
February, the first month of actual university lectures, and in my case, studio. No, not a photography studio, and most definitely not a recording studio. If you have watched any of my other videos, you would know that singing is not one of my talents.
If tears could be a bottle, there'll be swimming pools filled by models.
Studio is a place where we do all of our practical work for my degree. If you continue watching my videos, you'll see more of it. As you can see, I had already started to suffer from sleep deprivation, and it turns out that I wasn't the only one. I mean, making wire sculptures can really tire a person. Yes, we made wire sculptures, and yes, this is indeed university. Also, if you don't know, my mother is a scientist, which is super cool, and I got to see her do some sciencey stuff, like wipe her hands and wear a lab coat and walk. Oh, look at that pose. And it was time to get back to working. I swear that had something to do with the group project we did, but this moment, yeah, that had nothing to do with the group project. Anyway, so we did some work and got some free food, and suddenly group projects were my favorite thing. And it was like time flew because my birthday was already around the corner and I was turning 18, ready to succumb to peer pressure and drink copious amounts of fermented fruit products. Except that wasn't my plan, because unlike most people, I'm not a fan of interfering with my brain's communication pathways. I still did celebrate though. I got all dressed up the day before I turned 18 and I was ready to party. Mom, Dad, by party, I mean stay at home and read the Holy Bible. It was an eventful evening and I was happy to spend some time with friends. This was the next morning. It was my birthday and I was ready to go wild. So I got some Starbucks and a tattoo. Okay, it was a henna tattoo, but that's besides the point. I also played with some dogs and had a mini bottle of champagne. Okay, it was a kid's toy, but then at dinner I had some alcohol. Okay, it was apple juice, but I did have some cake.
Hooray! Hip hip! Smile.
And that was the end of my birthday weekend. The next week of uni came around and I was still a little optimistic. Mirror selfies, these selfies, and those selfies. This is the face of someone who's starting to get overwhelmed with the workload. And what do people do when they are overwhelmed? Explore places. I guess that was what was happening here.
I'm actually scared.
It smells funny.
Yeah, it does. I feel like no one uses it.
I want to be seen.
One of the things I learned about university was that it was nice to be around new faces. I also found that there was something comforting about being just a student number. I made friends with a group of people, and sometimes that group of people would wear matching clothes. Unfortunately, I couldn't join into this picture because I wasn't wearing pink. Oh no, tragic. And then on Valentine's Day, we all wore black to celebrate the death of our love lives. But to be honest, I was wearing black because I like to wear black. Okay, so I really am not sure how to explain the presence of these photos on my phone.
You better stop!
Then we did some work. Woohoo! My friend Teague shaved his beard and all of a sudden his name was Kyle now. This was followed by multiple Kyle memes being sent around with Teague being butt of the joke. We saw ourselves in the mirror of the security camera, then took a snazzy selfie, and then looked at the view of the city from a high building. More work in studio. More work in studio. Latoya turned 16. Some rituals. We did a ritual for one of our modules finding my surname on a Coke bottle, and then giving bottles of sugary carbonated drinks to the construction workers. But overall, the highlight of this month was getting to meet new people and finding out that their weirdness could possibly match up to yours. Feb was good. Feb was fab, and I can't believe I just said that.